In 2005, three young men revolutionized the internet with a brand new video platform. Jawed Karim, Stephen Chen, and Chad Hurley changed the entire landscape of creation. Jawed released the first YouTube video ever titled Me at the Zoo. The camera is blurry and the content is simple. Here we go.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
The video was funny and almost sort of weird, but little did they realize that the platform that they had created would not only change the internet, but it would influence millions and millions of people to begin creating video and sharing with the world. Back in the day, the internet was mostly search engines and following links. This would be considered the Web 1.0 time period. The internet began changing, and Web 2.0 was developed, and platforms like YouTube came to life, offering creators a spotlight to develop user-generated content. That might sound like a fancy term, but it's pretty simple. User-generated content is all about stuff regular people like you and me create on a platform like YouTube, not by some corporate individual or official brand representative. YouTube and Web 2.0 were an entirely new world that no one had ever experienced before. Here's a short clip explaining Web 2.0.
Web 2.0 is a term often used today to define a second generation of web user interaction and design. If the first generation used the internet as a simple way to get information, the Web 2.0 generation represents the movement to the internet as an interactive platform upon which to collaborate, develop, share, and operate simultaneously on the web. Important Web 2.0 developments include web-based communities, hosting services, and applications like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and
Web 2.0 expanded the internet, and YouTube erupted into a global phenomenon, with millions of users and billions of views, inviting anyone with a camera and an idea to upload videos and be a part of something. But here's the thing. YouTube was founded on one very simple idea: giving creators a place to share their content and feel like they belong to an online community. This was the idea that the YouTube founders were looking for. In fact, it's what communication expert Henry Jenkins calls participatory culture. Jenkins once said, YouTube has become the home port for lip syncers, karaoke singers, train spotters, bird watchers, skateboarders, hip-hoppers, small-time wrestling federations, educators, third-wave feminists, churches, and proud parents. Jenkins recognized how YouTube changed online culture, giving people the space to share their work and passions. Here's a fun clip of some proud parents found on YouTube.
Some way to try and fix the situation in some fashion, because it hurt you to see me like this, and that has meant a lot to me. You were there for a lot of the good times, and more importantly, all the bad times.
That video was clearly a tearjerker. Now let's move into the evolution of YouTube's content. Early YouTube was a place that embodied this philosophy of participatory culture by providing communities a common place to share. Early YouTube was also a wild space filled with homemade videos shot on low-quality cameras. Take, for instance, the classic My Snowboarding Skills video, one of the platform's first uploads. This video was released in 2005, the same year that YouTube came out. You're probably thinking, what is this random video? There was no audience in mind. The creator just posted because they could. It was all about creating content for the sheer joy of it. And honestly, it makes perfect sense for one of YouTube's earliest users to upload an 18-second snowboarding video with no words. Back then, the concept of creating and uploading was brand new, and users were all about it, randomness and all. As time went on, creators themselves also began to evolve. Take Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast. He's arguably the biggest YouTuber in the world right now, but it wasn't always like that. Mr. Beast began his YouTube journey in 2012, and he openly talked about his struggles in the early days. He kept creating because he was passionate about sharing his content. Even when the views were scarce, he never stopped creating.
On your videos, you gotta be kind of big. A lot of my earlier videos, they sucked because I just wasn't entertaining back then. I was stupid. Every night before bed, I'd just be like, It sucks. It's a lot of work, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. But if I just do it long enough, eventually it'll click. Eventually I'll figure it out. I don't know why I had that kind of mindset at such a young age, but it's just like, I just love it, and I just couldn't stop. I've just always felt pulled to it. I don't understand. I don't get it. Just thinking about possibly being a YouTuber.
Hearing Mr. Beast talk about his journey is truly inspiring. Now in 2023, his videos regularly rack up over 100 million views. Regardless of the views, Mr. Beast embodies the philosophy of participatory culture. He loves creating content, and he never stops. Here is one of Mr. Beast's most recent videos that received well over 100 million views.
We are now stranded on a raft in the middle of the ocean. And there goes our boat. We are now stranded for 7 days.
How much longer?
7 days.
Frick.
This raft is literally countless miles from the nearest civilization. And whether we like it or not, my 4 friends and I are stuck on this raft. And it's not gonna be easy.
This is brutal.
Pretty crazy that he would strand himself at sea for an entire 7 days. But Mr. Beast is known to donate a massive portion of his earnings to help people. Wrapping this video up, YouTube has changed a lot from its beginnings in 2005. Creators have evolved, the tools have gotten better, but one thing remains constant. YouTube's commitment to participatory culture came to life during the rise of Web 2.0, offering creators a spotlight to develop user-generated content and share it with the world. YouTube has profoundly impacted the internet and provided a platform for everyday people to create and share content. So whether it's a proud parent crying, an 18-second snowboarding fail, or a 7-day adventure stranded at sea, all of these examples exemplify what YouTube was founded on. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.